Hello and welcome. Thank you guys for supporting me and giving me more than 100 likes for the previous video. In this video we will just start developing our multi-purpose Laravel and Vue application. So in this video I will do a fresh Laravel 5.6 installation and then we will just continue. I'm in the documentation now. It is Laravel 5.6. If I go to the changing the version here, the Laravel 5.7 is also there. But the thing is, when you install, you cannot install the latest version because I think in a few days later they will just introduce the 5.7. The thing is, I will just install 5.6 and later I will upgrade it and I will show you how you can upgrade it too. So that is the bonus, like you can learn how to upgrade your previous version to newer version. Plus, we are going to use AdminLTE version 3. This is the new version of AdminLTE. So this is the old version, which is version 2, and this is version 3. Of course, this is if you go to the GitHub repo, here is the pre-release and it has a lot of new feature that will come in future, but this is the future of AdminLTE and one of the best free AdminLTE, the admin template that you can use. The thing is, this is based on Bootstrap 4. So when you install a fresh Laravel 5.5 or above, you have Bootstrap 4 already installed. That's why if you install AdminLTE version 3, you have nothing to do, like everything is good to go. But if you install version 2 of this one, you have to install like Bootstrap 3 for this one in your application. So that's why I'm going to use the newer version and we will customize it too. So let's just dive in. Here is my app directory. I will just open the bash command here and using the Laravel new command, I will just give it a Lara start, and you can give them any name. I will just give it a Lara start because we are building a starter template or a starter or multi-purpose, which we will cover a lot of concepts in Laravel. So it will just take a few seconds to install. So it is done now. I will just cd to the directory here, just cd to Lara start, and from here I will just open it in my code editor. I will use Visual Studio Code. Feel free to use any code editor you like. And as well as when you are in the directory you are, just run the npm install to install all the dependencies. If I go and check the package.json, we have the XUs like Bootstrap, Popper.js, everything we need for our application. So I will just run the npm install. It will take a few minutes to install depending on your internet connection, and then we will come back. The next thing is that until it gets installed, I will just go to the AdminLTE, and I want to say that if you check out their GitHub repo, they have the pre-release here. If you want to install the pre-release, in the documentation they do not say that how you install this one, but simply you can run this command npm install AdminLTE and then just write @ and then you specify the version 3 alpha 2 and then save it to the div dependency. This is how you install the AdminLTE. So we just wait for our npm install to install our packages and then we will come back. So here you go, we have installed our npm packages. Now I will just run this command to install the latest version of AdminLTE version 3, and again I will come here and just paste it. It will take a few seconds to install. Again I will pause the video. This is it. Now we are ready to just start running our application. I will run the command of php artisan serve. It will run a server for us and so that we can open our application. Here if I come to the env file, I can just configure my database information here. So I will give it a Lara start as the database name. For the username, this is root, and we do not have the password. I will save it. The thing is that you should know is when you run your server, it will use the old version of the one which was with the previous information. So what you can do is you just cancel it and run the server again. Now it is going to use the new information. I don't have those information, so I can go to the localhost phpMyAdmin and just create our database. Then we are going to AdminLTE version 3 here, they have a starter template. If I go to extra, opening the tab here, they have a starter page. So what we are going to do is we're going to use this one. We don't need to just remove all the extra links from this page. What we can do is we can use the starter template. So before adding our master page, what I'm going to do is just running another command. So in Visual Studio Code, you just press Ctrl tilde here to open the terminal directly here. So what I will do is I will just run the PHP artisan make auth command to do the authentication. Okay, it isn't okay. I have a little mistake in the PHP artisan make auth. It will just run the authentication scaffolding for us so that we can use it. Now if I open our application in the server in the port 8000, oops, now we should have our application running. The thing is that when you are using the git bash, you cannot use the control the shortcut in Windows. That's why it just terminates when you Control C. Again, I will run it, and we should have our server, our Laravel application running, as well as we have our registration and authentication here. So what I'm going to do is I'm quickly just registering a new user. Before doing that, we should have our database. Also, we should migrate it. So let me create a database here. We just give it a Lara start. And now what I'm going to do, again, we will run the PHP artisan migrate command. So it will migrate all the database for us. As you can see, in Windows it is gonna give this error. So I will solve this error now. In Windows, this problem is because of the version of MySQL. So what you can do is going to app providers, auth service provider. Here what you can do is just add one line of code. This is that whenever we are migrating our database, it is going to default the string length to 191, and then you should import the schema at the top. So here I will just write the schema and importing it, and when you save it, again come to your command line here and rerun the command, and this time we are going to run the migrate fresh. It will delete every table they have created previously, and it will remigrate everything. So this time it should successfully migrate all our tables, and we should be able to create user for now. Of course, we will change the structure of our table in the future. For now, if I come to here and let's see our database, we have our table and everything is set up. So let's register a new user here. I will just call it admin as the name and admin at me.com. As password, I will just give it simple password so that we can remember. Now it should redirect us to the home route here. So we are in the dashboard. Dashboard is going to display, this is the basic stuff, and if you don't know the basic stuff, you should watch some of the basic tutorials. This is going to open the home.blade.php, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just create a new file here and call it master.blade.php. The master file is going to contain our master template from the AdminLTE. This is the AdminLTE, the starter. I will just view the source, Control A, Control V, and I will paste it here. For the JavaScript, we don't need to require all of this stuff. What I'm going to do is just write this script, and this is going to the app directory and going to JS and then app.js, and I will go to the top of the application here. We don't need to add all of these fonts, and these are extra stuff. So again, I will just write the link here. So, and then again, this is going to the CSS and app.css. When you refer your URL here, it refers to the public CSS and JS here. So let us open our home.blade.php, and instead of going to the layout directory and opening the app using the app template, we are going to use the master. So I'll save it, and if I refresh my application here, it will just show the broken page. You know that we have not added the JavaScript and CSS file for the AdminLTE. So this is what we are going to do next. So I will open the asset directory. Our JavaScript file will be stored here, and we will open the app and Bootstrap here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just duplicate this line of code for the JavaScript, and what I'm going to do is I will just the AdminLTE here. If you don't remember the name, just open the composer.json here. You know, this is the name that you can specify there. So I will copy it, going to the Bootstrap, and I will paste it here. This is enough for the JavaScript file. For the CSS, I will just open the CSS, the SAS directory here, going to the app, and I will just point it out here. In here, I will just add one line of code here. What you can do is you can just add it at the top of Bootstrap, but this is just fine here. So what it is going to do is it is going to the node module folder here, going to AdminLTE dist, and then taking the CSS file. The difference between version 2 and 3 is that you don't have any color theme yet. Maybe they add in the future. For now, they do not have any color. So we have added this, but we have not compiled it yet. Again, I will open the terminal here. I will clear the things we did here, and sometimes it just hang here because we are not using terminal, we are using bash here. You can just change your command line from the setting here, and if it just stops something like this, what you can do is open another one here. From here I will just run the PHP not the npm run watch. The watcher will compile everything down, and if you are curious about this command is returned here in the composer, and in the package.json file. You can see we have our watcher. It is going to run the development, and it will watch for any changes. It will compile down every file, every CSS and JavaScript file you have in this directory, and it will compile it in the public directory. It will take a few seconds. Just wait for this one, and it will compile everything. Yeah, it is done now. And this time if I refresh my AdminLTE, it should just display all navy style and in the same way that we want, but it didn't. So let's see what is wrong with this one. The HTML is not fine, the HTML is fine. I think the JavaScript might be broken. So I will come here. As you can see, we have not saved our file. This is the indication of that we didn't save. I will save it again. It will look for the changes, and it will quickly compile everything again. So again, I will refresh the page. You can see everything is just fine. The only missing thing is the images and the icons. The icons we are going to use Font Awesome. We have a video on the channel. Again, I will cover it, how you can add it in the right way. Like shortly, I will not explain too much. If you want an explanation, just watch this video about the how you can add it in the right way. Besides, I explain a lot more stuff about the Font Awesome version 5, which is a little confusing for first time. So this is how you install your theme. As you can see, it is working just fine. In the next video, we will add our icon, and we will fix all the broken images.